Hey, Coach, after the last, you guys have had some close games this season. How's it felt the last two games to, not have to sweat out the last couple minutes?
Well, it feels good to win, and certainly that was the case tonight. So, we haven't had many. Even some non-conference games that we thought maybe one of those games. North Dakota State or whatever. That wasn't the case. So, it felt good. I actually thought, other than just a few possessions, I thought we played pretty well. And of course, second half we made shots, but I thought there were some good things that transpired tonight. And Jalen was great, Oach was great, Christian was great, and I thought Marcus was great. Mitch gave us good minutes. Bryce was great in his role, and I thought David really got going the second half. So, we should leave out of here feeling pretty good, and the bench had great attitude. So it was a good night. But now we got to go back it up.
Those first three you mentioned.
Hey, I'll say this because he's walking by. Has anybody ever seen a lob pass like the one Brown threw tonight, though? He's walking. I mean, in the history of ball, I don't know if anybody's ever seen anything like that. Yeah, trying to make a play. All right.
He's got a lot of faith in Ochai, huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's got a lot of faith in Ochai. That's exactly right.
Those first three that you mentioned, Ochai and CB and Jalen, have you seen them play much better than that at the same time together like they did tonight?
You know what? Maybe TCU down there, but it hasn't happened enough. And it hasn't happened, if you get two of those three guys playing well, I think that we're a pretty good, pretty hard team to guard because Marcus is going to give you what he gives you, and we can usually play through our bigs, play through Dave. But tonight it was nice to see them all. I thought Jalen was really good. I mean, he was aggressive. He shared it. He made a couple of great passes. I thought the ball – we had a couple of possessions the second half that we looked as good as we have all year long as far as ball and body movement. There were some good things that happened, but those three were really good.
Hey, Bill, only 7 turnovers. What do you attribute that to?
Well, we only had one at halftime, so I think I'll say both things. A low energy game. As far as both teams pressuring, we had one at halftime, they had 3. So that was more of a stay between your man and the basket type of half. And neither team really tried to make a lot of plays. I thought we had more turnovers second half because we tried to make some plays. And when you try to make plays, obviously, put yourself in position to make more errors. But that I would probably attribute it to that as much as anything. And that's not being negative. You have a lot of games like that, but there wasn't a lot of pace to that game in the first half. And I think that's why the turnover margin the turnover rate was down.
You guys struggled a bit in January without Bryce Thompson. How good does it feel to have him back, and how much does he truly mean to this team?
Well, I think it'll mean a lot. Bryce plays with a smile on his face. He's got personality. He plays with energy. Obviously, he's not 100% as far as technique and being comfortable, stuff like that. But, yeah, I see Bryce playing an integral role in our success, the rest of the season. And I thought he did a lot of good things. I thought he looked good and made a couple of great passes. Probably as good a passer as we have off a ball screen, at least what we've seen to date.
What enabled you to do better on fast break points in the second half?
Excuse me?
What allowed you to do better with fast break points in the second half?
I think our defensive activity, there was a period of time for about 4 minutes where Marcus dominated the game and didn't make a basket. He got his hand on every ball, which led to some runouts and things like that. So, if we're going to be a good fast break team, which we're not, but if we're going to get to the point where we are good, we need to score off of deflections and steals and long rebounds. We're not going to be the type of team that gets a rebound, the point guard goes back to meet the ball, and then we go score because we're not great at that. But we've got to create some deflections and some loose balls in order to become a good transition team. And I thought we did that second half.
You guys had 50 points in the paint tonight. Is that a big emphasis the rest of the year, that paint presence?
Well, it's an emphasis every game. So anybody that's watched us play over time, we always try to score inside out. And it wasn't the big man scoring the ball in the paint tonight near as much as it was guys driving the ball in the paint. And then, of course, we were pretty good on the glass. So yeah, that's an emphasis every day, and that'll continue to be one.
Given how much time Bryce had missed, what do you think helped him look so comfortable out there immediately?
He's a student. He studies. He watches. When he came on his visit, official visit, and we were practicing, he was walking up the sideline, up and down, to make sure he heard every word that every coach was saying to everybody as we practiced that day. And I'm like going, this, he cares. He wants to learn. He's been that way also since he's been out. So I think that was probably, he was not a thinker tonight. He was more a reactor. And most guys that have been out that long would be a thinker. And so I think that has a big part to do with it.
Hey, when it goes as well as it did tonight, is there a temptation to just leave everything alone for Saturday and not tweak too much? I mean, just go run this one back out there again?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know if it's a temptation. We'll watch the game, and they crushed us on one play. So we'll watch. I mean, I think we got crushed on it 5 times, and they only made like 6 or 9 points off of it. But we got to, we'll make an adjustment there or something. But for the most part, we'll go do the same thing, just like they will too. I mean, I don't think coaches make near as many adjustments as what maybe outside people think we do. We may say, hey, they go under ball screens, so let's set our ball screens lower. But I don't think there'll be major adjustments.
Bill, you guys go to Ames on Saturday, and you've kind of like tonight, essentially no fans. And you've been in Hilton when it's been rocking and rolling before. What are you expecting it's going to be like on Saturday? How different?
I don't know what their municipality guidelines are. I don't know how many people they're allowing. That's not
probably about 1,200.
They're only about 1,200
in that area. In that area.
Okay, so obviously they're not even allowing as many as we are. So the thing about it is with this year, whether we're playing at West Virginia or playing at TCU or Norman or Stillwater, wherever, Texas Tech to me, and Baylor probably some, are the only places that's had atmosphere so far. So I mean, we got to generate our own energy. So that our guys hopefully are getting fairly accustomed to that. So, it certainly won't be like Hilton Coliseum that we've seen many times when they welcome us with open arms walking into the arena there.
Thanks, Bill.
What did Bryce's block show you?
I don't know. I'd have to watch it, Kenitra. I don't know if he got it above the rim, or I didn't know if he timed it right and got it beneath the net. So all I know is he threw it out of bounds. So I'd have to watch to see it. But it was a nice play. But I don't know if it really showed a lot of athletic ability, just because I don't know where he actually got it.
Bill, are you guys taking the bus because it's so cold out? Why are you taking the bus this year?
Well, I don't think the temperature hopefully inside the bus will be fine, but I don't think GB, that has anything to do with it. It's more COVID related. We'll take 2 buses up there. So, it's also a lot more cost efficient. The thing about it is, for us to fly to Ames to be COVID protocol safe, we'd have to fly a big plane and fly into Des Moines probably and fly out of Topeka. And when you do all those things, you're not really saving that much time. It becomes probably a 3-hour trip as opposed to a 4-hour trip by bus. So, if we could fly out of Lawrence and fly right into Ames, that's different. But we wouldn't be able to do that because the size of planes we have to take because of the social distancing that we have to do on the planes. It's more economical and much easier.
Are you going to do anything special in preparation since you just played this same team?
No. The only thing that's different, Gary, is we're not going to practice here tomorrow. That's the only thing that's different. We're going to stay off our feet till we get there, and then we're going to go practice in Hilton because it's an early game, so we won't get a chance to shoot tomorrow. So, if we're going to shoot in the building, we need to do it tomorrow night. That's the only time the building's available. And if we practice here and we do it tomorrow night, that means we're on our feet twice. So that it just made sense to us just to be on our feet once.
Anything else for Coach? Hey, it seemed like you took a different approach with the rotation tonight. Was that because of Bryce coming back, or?
I tell you what, it's with Bryce coming back to give everybody the opportunity to have more minutes. And I didn't say I wasn't going to play Tristan or whoever the first half. That wasn't part of my mindset. But the game didn't have much pace to it. Nobody was tired, And so, and it also kind of, you know, I wouldn't mind settling in with that 7. So I'm not saying that's what we're positive going to do, and we need everybody to be ready and play well, but I want to give that 7 the chance to play together the most tonight.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Okay, yes.
Coach.